Okay. So last week we just configured the system how approval workflow will trigger. So I'll just refresh that and then we'll go again with the execution. Okay. So I'll go to the system. So what we have done first, we created a process type called 250. Okay. Approval required process type. And then what we have done, we have added this process type to DP document type. So maintain the document types. So here, yeah, 950 we created, sorry. Then we added 950 process type to approval required. So here we assign the logic. Then what we have done, so we went to index screen options. So 950, like we have, and then header fields. What are the fields which we want to show? That email, requisitioner, uh, expense type, those we have added here. Make it as input and required fields. So expense type is required, and then email required field, and then what you can say, requisitioner is a required field. So this all which I kept. Then what I have done, okay. So after that I have created an expense type in the invoice approval workflow here, to that approval workflow setup. So here what we have done, so we created or we used AFSID 91. So 91 is the user AFSID which we are using. So I'll just keep it as H for header level workflow. So and then come back. We also have invoice fields, coding fields, everything. So then come back here, map that AFS ID to your DP document type. So map that, it's already mapped. So the third step, and the fifth step is like we need to maintain users against each level, like COA levels. So here only we struck actually. Approval limit and levels we have maintained how much amount for each level. So where is ours? 7 a.m. JDA. So we maintain like this. Okay. So if I go to COA details, so here I need to maintain JDA purpose the user IDs. Okay. So I already have JDA coder I have maintained. Okay. Instead of 1100, we are going to use 1200 cost center. And here also, instead of 1100, there is a 1200 concept. So click on save. On the day issue is like, I'll tell you what was the issue. So I've given all the fields. When I'm showing you that we can also extend this cost center to other fields also. So I've accidentally given one checkbox. So we faced a lot of time, right? So accidentally given this item table. So all I given as a header. So based on company code expense type only, I'm maintaining the items are separately. So here, this is the item definer, item or header field. So this I kept as a header field. So KOSTL is not a header field actually. So that is the reason it is not allowing internally to add me any users inside this particular flow. So always be careful that you just give only two checkboxes, not the other checkboxes. And next.
What is the Ram? What is the decode? Why do you uncheck this field?
This is a SM30 transaction
Okay.
code here. Here I can extend this basically. So extend COA with other fields or range fields. So here I can range cost center, or here I can, to range cost center we need to check this checkbox, allow ranges. If I want to add other field, I can add other fields also, like non-PO. I'll add network number, table, PLNR. So it's item field, always keep it as item, sequence is 4. Save. So now when I've saved this, see, go here AR underscore COA. If I re-execute, my COA will be changed. So here under COA details, see cost center from and cost center to, I've added network also in between. So the data maintenance I can take like this also. Okay, as of now, I do not want this additional things. So let me remove. So this is a purpose like extending the non-pure workflow of fields maintenance, basically data maintenance here. Okay. So here COA details. So here I have maintained. Next approval details I need to maintain, right? For approval details. Okay. Only JD I will sort out. Yes. I have maintained here same way. Approvers. 1200 cost center. Instead of 1100, 1200. This cost center is not there. 1100 cost center is not there. So I'll make here also. If you see, oh, there is something which I missed. Yeah, this one is 1000. Yeah. So if you see, as per our like whatever we discussed on the day, cost center 1000 is GVM 1 to GVM 5, all levels. Here cost center 1000, GVM 1 to GVM 5, and cost center 1200. This is what we kept. So we maintained all the users like same way. But I maintained approver 6. So Ulta I have maintained. So here it's not GVM 6, approver 6. Okay. That system is that user IDs are not valid user IDs. So I'll just quickly write it down. So APPR 6, APPR 7, APPR 8, APPR 9, APPR 10. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the approval workflow for header level flow, it will go to APPR1 and APPR2, APPR3, APPR4. Okay. And if I go to line item which I have written here, sequential flow, APPR1, APPR6, APPR2. So we'll change some amount. So we'll go ahead in the same way. So here instead of 1,50,000, I'll give 3,50,000. Sorry, 5,50,000. What will happen? I will see. So I'll give like this 2,50,000 here. I'll give us 3 lakhs. So how the workflow will goes? We'll just check. So first, so I maintained user IDs. Up to now you're clear, right? Now initial coder I need to maintain for the company code 1000, that is under coder settings. So I maintain this. Let me execute a scenario.
Ram, at where we are creating expense types?
Okay. Under SPRO, so under invoice approvals, approval flow settings, set up approval workflow, maintain expense types. So here we are going to maintain the expense type. On the day we created this expense type, right? JDA for 7 a.m. This is for our own expense type. Usually you can like you can use standard only, or if you want in future, like whenever you go to the real system, they want to migrate all the expense type whatever they have in the existing system to VIM, then this is the place where you're doing. So I've given everything in the guides, and I've uploaded those guides into uh, the system, and I've shared you the links, standard documents and normal documents like that. Okay.
Ram, in order to all these things to work, right, the workflow need to be basic minimum workflow need to be set up in the system, right? Is it like in how do we approach that? Like we ask the ABAPer or the basis to set that up,
No,
or
no, no.
we
I'll tell you. So in today class, after this workflow, so we need to like post installation activities from where we need to set up. This I'm
okay?
going to give you today. Okay.
Understand. Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
So whenever the fresh system come to you, then what are all the steps you need to do
Ah,
for workflow starting and all?
okay,
Where I need to
okay,
create a number ranges. That's and all. Today we'll discuss.
understand. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. So here once so we will just execute a scenario 7x Vim BA2. So our just ZNPO 7 a.m.
Ram, like in whenever the first step of like this documents get archived, right?
Mm-hmm.
Along with the image, like in workflow history and some other things also get archived, or it is only in the case of like an email or something like an email chat.
History you are saying?
Yeah, workflow history, because I can see that in TOA01, in the sense like in I can see multiple documents for each flow. It
Yeah.
uses the open text VIM object in the initial level of process until it is posting.
Yeah. So
So
to clarify you, TOA01
yeah,
is only for images linkage. It's not workflow
okay.
storage. So here only we
Not
will
workflow, not workflow.
historical data you are saying. Archiving
Correct, correct.
data.
Yeah,
Archive data is
yeah,
only related to
yeah.
images. Archived images you will see here. Bus 2081 means
Correct, correct.
PO invoice related, OPT
Uh,
V1001 BKPF. So whatever we have done for in OSC3, right? Those related objects
yeah,
you
okay.
see here, and other objects will be
Mm.
there for in SAP. Whatever we are doing, those also will be there. You no need to worry about that. So our is link. So this is the link.
Understand.
immediately.
I can send you that whatever I was asking because
Okay.
what I see,
Mm.
like in each time when a document comes in, I don't know whether it's an example in email channel, right?
Okay.
So initially I see that there are multiple documents with
Uh,
respect to like in open.
exactly.
Yeah.
Got it. That
So
is email channel. That is email channel.
okay.
You need to
Hmm.
restrict your archive document type configuration. That will take tomorrow's
Hmm.
class. How to
No
restrict.
problem.
Okay. Okay. So here we have 782. Let me take that. So now instead of 1,50,000, I'll just take 5,50,000. So JDA, and I'll go down. So here given, did I execute this scenario? 3,50,000, 2,50,000, 3 lakhs and 2 lakhs. So 1,000 cost center, I given larger amounts. I'll remove all these things. So let coder enter this cost center details. From APS perspective, we no need to do anything. So just click on change the what you can say reference number 7. So click on submit. 835. So let me go to 835 VA2. Header level workflow, always it will read the item level. Oh, someone is what they have done is like they maintained auto coding determination somewhere. So that is yeah, here. So when we maintain auto coding determination, so the coder and requisitioner step will be skipped. They are doing that. So we'll remove that again one more time. I need to execute this document because I want it to go to coding. In auto coding scenario, what will happen? I'll just come back to you. So better before that, I just want to give you normal flow. Oh, okay. Let 836. So here, if you see here, it went to coder. So where based on what configuration it went, we have assigned AFS ID already for this DP. So it will straightforward. It will go to COA, and whichever is the default coder for approval workflow 91, it will go to 91 and it will show the user whom it is triggered. Okay, so let me go 91 and see /opt /vim workplace of coder. I need to log in. So all user IDs welcome 123, all small letters, do not block or do not misuse. I'm just giving you by taking with the request. Okay, so already server is the guys are did right. So I'm just trust and giving you, just do not misuse. Welcome 123, and here opt vim workplace. So approver user IDs, whichever coder requisitioner approver 1 to 10, all are welcome 1 to 3 small letters, and this access will be there until up to December. Okay, you can use that. Okay, so now here you can see, so automatically the coding last time. So I'm giving here 1200 cost center. So this is how the coder screen will be shown based on what configuration these fields are showing in editable mode. So if I go to my AFS ID /o/opt/SPRO AFS ID configuration, invoice approval workflow. Under this, I can see approval flow settings. So under 91, so I have maintain coding fields. So based on this here only, the fields are showing editable mode. So whichever fields I have given here, and I'm mentioning here which the field should be in input mode or a display mode, like that. So here under mobile GUI, so if I keep cost center as display only, display, so you see this is the display input. So for coder, which are all the fields we want to show, that is defined here. So if I remove the checkbox, then it will automatically disappear the fields. Okay, let me first do this activity, and then if I go save, see cost center is display mode. Okay, so display or edit, your deciding factor is second tab in either mobile or GUI or in Fiori app, wherever it is. So I'm just making as input. Or if I want to make like coder field, the field itself I want to disappear for the coder. So if I go to down, so cost center field KOSTL. So here this field non-PO based, if I remove this, so automatically the field itself, it will disappear, you see. So if I click on save, see there is no cost center field. So that is the purpose of these configurations. First one is to display or make input. Second one is to hide. Okay. So which are the fields we need to display or hide, mean to say like show in the screen for a coder. So that we are deciding here. Okay. So that you keep in mind. So next, you got it right. These two fields, what is the purpose? Means two configurations. Yeah. And click on save. So next, I'm able to see, like you can click on show detail panel. Here I can see the invoice image. Okay. And then if I go down, I can see here inquiry buttons, approve buttons, reject buttons, forward buttons. So here approve means I can approve. So reject we will discuss. Inquiry means it will just for send an inquiry, even though work item will be with this user only. And forward means you can forward the work item to other user. Approve, reject you already know. So let me approve, and reject we will discuss. So approved, it is going to the requisitioner, the next approval. Why it is going to requisitioner? So requisitioner is the guy who will check the cost object details, and he will approve whether the given cost object details are correct or not. So I'm just going to requisitioner, welcome 123.
So Ram, under that AFS ID configuration, we maintain in sequence, right? Requisitioner, coder, those things.
Not in AFS ID, we maintained in the COA configuration. AFS ID we
Okay.
just shown the fields, where after execution of fields, where it is showing where which field place I want to show, all those things I am deciding here. And also for coder, whether I want to give this access to this field or not, I am deciding factor here. But who is the user and all, I am just maintaining at this level, COA.
Okay. Okay.
So approve based on the approval limit and levels, who is the coder and requisitioner. Here I am deciding. So if you see for cost center 1200, who is the coder for ZA, who is a requisitioner for ZA. So based on the expense type, it will be always okay like that. You're getting right?
Okay.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
who is the approver for next level? All those things we decided. Okay. So now header level workflow. So after coder, even though you given editable field, the approval workflow will work like this. Like everyone should be in a non-editable mode only. Apart from the coder, no one will have access to edit the fields. So you can display fields even though you keep in its input, it will show as display only. That is the functionality, because coder alone has to be have access to change any data, or APS team. So APS team person only they'll treat as a coder. So that person who knows which GL account I need to give, which cost center details I need to give. And requisitioner is the guy who will confirm, okay, these are the correct cost object details, like that. So here I'm clicking on approve. See, it is going to the approver one. Based on what configuration? Under COA. So if you see here, so approver one, why it is going? Because the cost center, like whatever given 1000 cost center has highest amount. How do we know? Highest amount is the 1000 cost center. So if you see here, 1000 cost center have 3 lakhs amount. So system will consider the highest amount in the line item, that cost center, and approval workflow will go to those users only. So here approver 1 approved header level workflow. If I have 100 line items also, it will go to 5 levels only. Okay, I have approved this. Next.
Ram,
Yeah.
just to check, in this case, right, like because there are two cost centers, two
Uh,
different line items, and
yeah.
approvers are different, right? So it will only is it the two workflow items will be triggered based on the cost centers?
No, no, only one. Header level workflow, always only one. It will be, uh,
Okay.
see, your team is there, my team is there, involved in the invoice.
Hmm.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, from my cost center, means my department is paying
Ah.
highest amount. So approval workflow, in
Hmm.
header level workflow, the approvers will go to whichever department is paying highest amount. For those users, it will pick, and it will send the approval workflow for that base amount, whichever have the gross amount we have, right? Header level gross amount. Based on that gross amount, the
Correct.
approval workflow will goes.
Okay, so it's not about the individual cost center item which is there in the line item.
No, no. So that we have other flows. How to adopt that? That's up to you. Like
Ah.
whether you want to go with a sequential item level. Here it will go with the cost center owners. Means line item level cost centers. So if you have, then it will go sequentially. If I go to parallel, here also line item level cost centers parallelly without depending on other line item users, like that. So
Okay,
this
so you
also,
mean to say like now,
yeah.
based on the line item 1000 cost center is the highest price.
Mm.
So it will consider that flow and sequentially it goes to the four level or five level up or whatever we come.
Based on the header level amount limit.
Header amount amount limit. Okay.
Yeah, so like this, let's say header level amount in the sense, it chose the cost center 1000 owners, right? So it will compare cost center 1000 as the approvers. So it will compare this
Ah.
gross amount with COA, this gross amount 5,50,000 in COA. So up
Hmm.
to 5,50,000 means approval limit and levels. Based on the approval limit and levels for ZA, how many levels it will go? See, so 5,50,000, it will almost goes to the final level, all
Hmm.
levels.
Hmm.
So it will go to all levels approval workflow.
So it will determine based on the when comparing based on the which cost center has the more,
Uh,
it will pick up that flow, right?
yes, yes,
That
that
approval.
approvers, exactly, that approvers. But the approval workflow will goes on the header level amount.
Okay.
Yeah. So next is,
But you said like in line item level also we can parallelly do that, is it? Based on the
no, which flow you want to adopt to basically. I'm going to explain all the flows. Based on the customer
ah,
requirement, you need to present them which flow they are going to adopt. Accordingly, same one checkbox configuration. Just simple, everything is same, just one place. If you change to sequential, it will be changed to sequential. If you change to parallel, it will change to parallel. If I keep a header, it will keep a header.
okay. Okay.
So I'll show you that also. First we'll execute header level workflow. So in the
Okay.
836, so this is the approver one. So let me click on approve, show detail panel. So if I go here, click on approve, see approver 1 to approver 2 it is going, because the amount limit of approver 1 is, approver level 1 is GA, amount limit of approver level 1 is 5000 only. 5000 is not at all matched with the 5,50,000. So that is the reason it is going to approver 2. So click on approve, click on come back. Likewise it will go. So we designed one PPT, right? Expected workflow: approver 1, approver 2, approver 3, approver 4, and then approver 5. Like this it should go, amount limit, based on the amount limit consideration. So we'll see same way it will go or not. So APPR2, click on approve. So it is going to approver 3. Why? Approver 2 limit is, approval to limit is 50,000 only. It's not equal to 5 lakhs. So let's make approved. Let me go out and click on execute APPR3. So approver 3. As a approver 3, when I am executing, so it is going to approver 4, because approver 3 limit is, level 3 limit is 1 lakh only. Okay. So that is the reason it is not equivalent to 5,50,000. So it is going to approve 4. Approved. So let me go to /nex, means it will exit the user ID completely. So APPR4. So here, so same way, like you can see history and all these things. So click on approve. So it is going to approve 5, because his amount limit is up to, he can approve 5 lakhs only, but here the gross amount is 5,50,000. Let me approve. So let me go to approver 5. So approver 5. Oh, still it is expecting another user. Then we need to see. Okay, in this there is somewhere one bug will be there, amount limit bug, but I will just complete it manually. So we have all the levels, even though, let me reject it. I'll reject it straightforward here. I'll just ask AP processor. Now we can see the reject flow also. If I approve, he is a final approver, but in this system I said like there is a bugs, lot of bugs I fixed last week, approval workflow related. Recently, whichever like we have done what you can say upgrade, so in that lot of issues are there. So that we, like usually if we are in customer place, we can report to the open text. So this is what happening, even though amount limit and all those things. But here we do not have anything, right? So it's not a licensed copy or something like that. So we need to fix our own, as I said. So now we will see the rejection flow, what will happen. Then I'll keep a smaller amount, then we'll try. Okay. So I'll just go here. Same thing, will give a smaller amount and we'll try. So if I go to AFS ID, approval flow setting ID 91, So I said, right? So rejection process types I want to explain you. So here we have three types of rejections. One is one step back. One step back means what will happen? You see, I am at the fifth level. Let's say you kept one step back. So I'm at the fifth level. So if I want to reject, one step back means whom it will go? It will go to the level 4, previous user. So so like the amount next approver is not determined. Next approver is not determined. Please check. I'm just giving like that. Please check. Click on. So it will, where it will go? It will go to the approver 4. It will go to the approver 4. See, approver 4. Is there any use with approver 4? He cannot do anything. He is also like him approver. So there is no meaning of keeping rejection process 2. 1. So let me keep a rejection process 2. So rejection process 2 also, he cannot change. Let's say approver 4 will reject the invoice. Approver 4 will reject the invoice. APPR 4. So click on VIM Workplace. If I reject, it will straightforward, it will go to the coder. So click on approve. Sorry, I just want to reject this invoice. Reject. So if I reject here, then it will go to coder. See, it went to coder. So that is the meaning of this one. Rejection 2, if I keep, it will go to coder. Whoever is rejected, automatically it will go to coder. Okay. So if I keep third one, what will happen? It will go to APS team. Why we need to keep third one? In case, let's say, okay, so I'll just go to coder, show you what is a problem with coder. Why we need to go with the third one. So here, sorry, Vim workplace, if I go to execute it, see, if I go to third one, I can able to change only this amount, item amount. I can also make input of this, but it is not allowing. So what I need to do? I have only limited access to limit this amount. So to make like 1 lakh and 50,000, so I have only limited. So still lot of balance is not happened here. So in that case, system will not go further. So I do not have a access to this. So that is the reason whenever you want to change header level amount also, then user has a need a required access, right? So that is the reason we will always give terminate approval workflow process. That is up to them. Again, you need to speak with the business stating that if I reject, whom you want to go, whether you want to go to coder or you want to go to AP processor directly. So that you need to be clarified. Based on that only you keep it here. So I'll just keep it as a terminate approval workflow process 3. So what will happen? It will go to the APS team. So let me make that. So let me make that reject. So straightforward, it will go to APS team. Who is the APS team? Let me see here. So Jagdish is user ID is the APS team. OPT Vim workplace. So if I execute this, so I have every access approval required, but each and every access I have, I can change. So here I will keep as 1,50,000. Okay. So click on save. Click on approve. Click on apply rules. Automatically approval workflow again will be started. Same header level workflow. Again, it will be started from scratch, from coder again. You understand what is a rejection processes, rejection types, and how it will work? Sorry, guys.
Yes, Ram, but why we cannot approve at approver 5 level?
So in this system, there is a bug actually. So somewhere we need to debug, Anuleka. So it is not
Okay.
considering the amount conversation dates or something which is treating the highest amount. So somewhere some problem is there in system. So that is the reason I just want to look into it. So instead of waiting, the concept is crystal clear, right? Header level workflow means it will go line item level amount. It will go based on that the header level amount it will be checked. Okay, what I'll do again, I'll with a minimal amount will execute. It will go to all the levels and it will be cleared. So if it is a major amount, it is happening this issue. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me again run through header level workflow and we'll see. So we'll go to coder again. So this issue, if you get same in the production, what you need to do, you just raise same concern with the OpenText team. So they have to give a proper justification why it is happening. Okay. So let me continue. What happened? Gone. You're able to hear me?
Yes, Ram.
Okay.
Yes.
Suddenly the server. Give me one moment. I'll just call. Okay. So here 836 as a coder, I'll just log in and take action on this. Take action on the same. So here I'm clicking on approve again. So it will go to requisitioner, approved, and then we'll go to requisitioner. So click on execute. So here approver 1, EX, APPR1, so I'm approving each level, and so what will happen, so it will compare the amount in each level and it will go to the approval levels. Okay, click on approve. APPR2, next. So I'll go to APPR2, So the concept you are clear, right? So header workflow always take line item based cost center and it will trigger the header level workflow. So approver 3 approved. So once approver 3 is approved, approved, approver 4. So I'm quickly again same way. I'm just executing and approving each level. So approver 5. So this is what the bug is routing to the next level. So let's go to the approver, final approver. So if I click on execute, click on approve. So still this issue remains. Net amount, invoice amount. Recently, OSC 24. I have a place where I can complete this, conclude, but I am just checking. So always system will come to this class and it will check whether the approver, what you can say, approver limit and levels are same or not. So I'll just keep a debugger. So I can fix in this class, means straightforward. Okay, the header level amount is equal to the uh, what you can say approver level amount. Then I can just say system, okay, cancel. But system is not giving open line items are initial. So that is a problem. So I'll just need to give. So I don't want system to go here. So let it F8. Click on approve. So I need to fix the bug there. So it will be automatically completed the workflow, header level workflow. So that bug fixing code actually OpenText will give us. That bug fixing code OpenText will give us. Okay. So now you understand how header level workflow will goes. Are any questions here?
Ram, any notification is receiving this approver 4, approver 3, means what is the purpose for 8CX50 area notification?
You are saying 8650 area, that is a notification. I'll come. So basically, so here is like /opt /vim 8650. That is, you need to schedule a program. Okay. So that is what you can, if you need, then you can configure this notification flow. What will happen based on this program, you need to schedule a batch job. So that I'm covering at the batch jobs level. So these notifications, so OPT, R1A or star, where is the star R1A reminder star 4. So this is the reminder program, R1A reminder. Where is the program? Vim notification. So if you execute this program, so here all the notifications you will see, which are all the notifications which I want to send. So if I select this and when I am sending the notification, it will see the mail body configuration. Basically, this text, whatever you create, right? It will look for this text and it will send a mail to that particular approver what action you need to take. So once, let's say first today the inbox, your work item came to your inbox. After 5 days you want to send a reminder to him, or 2 days, that days you are keeping here inbox days. After 2 days, whenever this particular background program is executed, send a notification to this particular requisitioner, boss, this work item is waiting in your inbox, please take an action. That kind of message I want to give. So then I will take action accordingly. So this is a batch job. It is a standard batch job. Here you are going to define the body of the mail. Okay, we'll do one thing once we completed this parole workflows, right? So next to sequential and parallel. So I'll just show you that, and then we'll go for these things. Okay, we'll have a 5 minutes or 8 minutes break, not more than that. 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Okay, don't take too much because we have less time only. Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope you all are came back.
Yes, Ram.
Okay, great. Thank you. So next is like sequential flow. So we'll run through the sequential flow. So sequential flow is like this, same way, but it will go first line item, first level approver. So here before this coder and requisitioner. So if this how to skip
Ram, I
coder.
guess Anuleka
Okay, Anulika is not here.
is not yet here.
Okay, let me wait for one more minute, then we'll start. Yeah. So sequential flow is like first coder requisitioner. This all will goes to the sequentially line by line. That line who is the user kind of thing. So parallel workflow also. So parallel workflow will just run through like without how to auto coding. With auto coding will run. So it will be finished. So okay. Let Anuleka join. So I'll just explain. So here we'll go with the coder and requisitioner. So each line item wise and each level, first line item, first level approver. Once he approves, then it will go to second line item, first level approver. Once he approved based on the amount limit of that particular level sign. So where we need to do the change? It's a simple change where we need to do. So I'll just close all uh, logins wherever we have done.
But if it has multiple line items, it will take the multiple line items also consideration.
Yes, yes. If I have 100 line items, first level first line item will go to in 100 line items. Who are all the approvers? All those approvers need to be approved first level. Then only it will go
Okay.
to the second level.
Okay. In the sense, like if suppose 10 line items and like in 10 cost centers,
Ah,
right?
yes.
So at a time, based on that cost centers, who is the first level approver, it will parallelly go to everybody, right?
No, no,
As
no.
in
No.
the
It
first
is a
line item approver.
sequential flow.
Huh?
It is a sequential flow. So in case
So
of
line
parallel,
item one.
yeah. So in case of parallel, whatever you said, parallel it will trigger. 10 line items means 10 different cost center owners. It will send it to 10 different people at a time. But in this case of sequential, it will go line item 1 uh, and first level is approved, then only go to the line item 2 first level, like that sequentially.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
That is how the flow. So sequential flow, line item level, sequential flow, parallel level. So here, if I want to deciding factor, I want to go with a sequential flow or a parallel flow. This is where the place. We no need to change any other things.
Okay.
Just here, sequential based. Save. Click on save. So then if I go to my VIM analytics, let me execute the DP document.
Just to check, like in the line item level, suppose if that line item based on the amount, it has to get approved by the three levels, right? So it
Exactly.
will go to 1, 2, 3. And then it will go to the second line item level, first
No,
approver.
no, not like that. Sequential is like
Huh?
first line item. So first line item has 50,000, let's say, okay. Here we have amount, limits and levels. So the invoice is first line item, cost center 1200 is 50,000, and this one is 1 lakh, let's say. Cost center 1200 is 50,000, line item 1, and 1 lakh is this one. So in that case, how the approval workflow will goes. So for sequential, first line item in the sense, so 1200 cost center, first level user. Who is the first level user for second first line? So it will go to approver 6. Once approver 6 is
Okay.
approved, first line item, first level approved, first level approver. So it will go to approver 6. Once this guy is approved, sequentially, it will go to second line item, first level approver. Based on the amount limit, this guy who is the first, so approver 1. So if this guy is approved, then it will go to first line item again. First line item amount limit is first level of amount limit is 5,000 only. Okay. So here, yeah, it is not. So that is the reason this guy given the next. So first line item, second level approver. So APPR 7. Okay. So once this guy is approved, then it will go to second line item, second line, second level approver, second line item, second level approver. So yes, and approver. So here, who is the second level approver? APPR, uh, what you can say, 2, APPR 2. So that guy will receive. Okay, so once this guy is approved, we do not have for this particular first line item 2 levels only, because the amount limit for 2 levels is second level is 51,000. Here itself it will complete it. So next open work item is like, we have again second line item, third level approver, because approval level amount limit is different. So APPR 8, sorry, APPR 3.
So you mean to say the first approver will complete their things, and then only it will move to the second level
Exactly.
to the all the line items.
Yes.
But
So level,
is this confusing? Like for the approvers,
is it?
is it getting confused to the approvers, because like, and it will go on a sequence, like, and somebody has in the first line item for the cost center is approved, then it goes to the second line item, first level approver.
Yes.
In the workflow, if you look
It
at
will
that.
always show only one user, right? So work item will be with any one of the user only. The others will not see workflow.
Okay.
So there is no confusion for them, because if they receive, they'll approve. Otherwise, they'll not approve.
Okay.
In case of parallel, there is a confusion, because each line item separate approval workflow will be triggered, line item wise. So that is again a problem. So first we'll go and test this sequential item flow. So here, sequential, we just changed AFS type to sequential. That is nothing. We have done only simple change. After, without this, so we are not doing anything. Just simply go to VIM 7AX2. I will just execute it. G1 836. Same document I'll execute. Same amount and all those things. So, but here I'll give um, accordingly, like first line item I'll keep 1200. That is what we have, right, in the scenario. Same way we'll do. So 1200, and second line item is 1000. Okay, and the amount also we need to make it clear cut. So here 50,000. So here we have 1 lakh. So balanced. Click on approve. So as a coder, I'll take a decision. Oh, sorry, it's not up to coder. Okay, I'm just thinking that I've already sent to coder. Okay, let me submit without giving this cost center details here. Let coder decide and give. So I'll just given the amount limit. Okay, click on submit. Here 9th. 837. So click on, go to OPT VIM VA2 837. So here it went to coder. Okay, let me go to coder. At 37. So here I'm going to provide the GL account, cost center 1200 and 1000. So here I'm clicking on approve. So it will go to requisitioner, approved, and then let me go to requisitioner. $837. So once the requisitioner is approved, then it will check, okay, first line item, who is the first level approver. So it will go to that guy. Server side internet is very slow. So click on approve. See, first line item, who is the first level approver? That guy only will receive the work item in sequential flow. So first line item, first level approver. First line item is 1200, first level approver is APPR6. Is it going to that person only? Right? So it is going to that person. Click on approve. So this guy only can see the work item. Yeah.
Ram, what is that override approver?
We can override with other user also if you want. So that option they given. So if the user think that this is not the correct approver, they can override. APPR 6. So this guy will see the work item. So if we click on approve, so if I go 837, so here you can see so you can see here this guy is responsible for only this line item approval, not this line item. So that is what the indicator here. So you are responsible for approve to this line item only. Like that, he got a icon here. So like this, if you have multiple items, it will be shown to him. Multiple items, these items only you are responsible, like that. So if I click on approve, so now you see next line item means second line item, first level approver, APPR1. So that is what we define, right? APPR1. So now it will go to APPR1. So approved. Click on approve. Okay. So next NEX APPR1. Execute it. So here same way it will be goes on like sequentially. Second line item again, if I execute, second line item, first level
So,
approver.
Ram, this is the difference between header and sequential. Header is going based on the gross amount as well as with all line items, and sequential just based on single line items.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes. So here you see, so this guy is responsible for only this line item approvable. So this is already approved by other guy. So you can see that. Okay, click on approve. So now it is going to APPR7 because he is the next approver, like first line item, second level approver. Okay, click on approved. So next I need to go to APPR7. $837. And here you can see this guy again approvable for this line item only. So 1200. So what is his level? Second level. What is the amount limit for second level? So which we define already in COA /OPT/AR underscore COA. So amount limit for this guy is like 51,000, which we maintain 51,000 ZDA. Second level 50,000 ZDA. So 50,000 is equivalent to 50,000. So this guy has to be completed. So the first line item related all the approval workflows has to be completed. Okay, so now it is populating the second level, second line item, second level approver 2. So that's why it is went to this approved. So let me go to the APPR2. So VIM workplace 837. So if you see here, see this one, final approval is done. Finally approved. Tick mark means this line item levels and approval flows are completed. So we have still only your approval for this line item only. You're getting? So click on approve. Second line item, third level approver. Second line item, third level approver. APPR3. You're getting, guys? You're clear? The sequential flow how it is going?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So click on exit. So I'll go to APPR3. So here execute. So he is the final level approver now. It's just taking time. So he is the final level approver. So because his amount limit is 1 lakh. So his amount limit is 1 lakh is equivalent to that amount. Then it will be approved. See, he is the final level approver. Approved. That's it. The approval workflow is completed and it will be moved to the posted. If all the things are fine, then it will be posted. See, the invoice is posted. You can see in the history overall approved, all those details. Okay, so next same way, if I go to parallel approval, go to /opt/
Here the
yeah,
question, right, and the
yes,
posting thing. I just
uh,
want to understand because the standard FI settings are there, which tells you that what is the limit tolerance.
uh,
Even there, the duplicate and everything is there, right?
mm,
So, in when we implement the Vim,
mm.
do we still need to configure those as well in that place? Otherwise, we need to disable those things and only use the Vim settings.
So you need to use Vim settings. Let it be the FI configuration as it is, because FI configuration, you are having any approval workflows in standard FI?
No, no,
No, right? So we let it be. That
no.
configuration is we are nowhere touch. We are on top of Vim. We are implemented this approval workflow. So it is nowhere. It will not check that limits and levels actually.
No, because my question is,
Hmm.
see, in a standard,
Okay.
the all these checks comes into the picture when the posting happens in an example in a Miro, right? In a PO case, all this consideration will takes place there.
Yeah, that
So
has to be
suppose
there.
if
In
we,
case of PO, it has to be there. That tolerance limit, all those things has to be there. Maintain. Then only the block and all those things will trigger in PO case. Non-PO case, what levels you are maintaining?
non-PO, no, it doesn't consider the non-PO.
Yes.
Only non-PO we need to have it. Yeah.
Right. PO case,
So
all those
Vim
configurations.
Vim also leverages
Yes.
Vim also leverages those settings and throw the exceptions with those information, is it?
Exactly, because that is a 20 years built-in software, those tolerance checks and all those things. So we should
Mm.
consider those always. Otherwise, if you write whatever logic, custom logic in Vim level, that is not sufficient. Which always we need to adopt SAP, whatever we have, that Vim will adopt. So
Mm.
standard configuration, whatever you are doing in SAP, you need to do still. You
Mm.
don't need to
Mm.
bypass.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And parallel workflow, same way I will execute. So what changes I need to do in like AFS ID level? So I'll keep as a parallel. I'll show you first parallel workflow how it will work. Then we'll go for how to skip a coder auto coding, just showcase wise. So let me go to cross components. Sorry, where invoice approval workflow. Here, change the line item based parallel. So same scenario will execute. What will happen? We'll see. So 7AX2 G1 837 copy from. So here, even though I given, so I'll just change this. Click on submit. So 838. So now the workflow will go to parallelly. So parallel approval workflow will go trigger parallelly. Like let's say if you see VA2 838. So here I can see the workflow with coder. First I'll go to coder. Execute. Approve. So coder and requisitioner is common steps for all the approvers, but what is the main intention of these guys? These guys will enter cost object details and other guy will confirm the cost object details are correct or not. So if I want to like fix the cost object details for each vendor wise, how to do that? I will show you the next scenario. So here I'll just show you like how the approval workflow, parallel flow is flowing. So click on submit. So let me approve. Here, if I click on approve, see two users parallelly it is triggering. So line item one users, line item two users. So the approval workflow will go to both the users. So parallelly they will continue. So now I'll go to approver one, APPR one. So I can see my work item. So parallel flow. So with all the line items, parallelly it will go. So this guy is approved. See, this guy 1000 is 1 lakh is you're responsible for this line item only. Is approving. So it will not show who is the next user, but it will go to the actual user. Okay, approver, approve. So if I approve, so I'll go back to the Vim analytics. I'll just refresh. APPR6 has to be approved parallelly. Once this guy is approved, so dependency, there is no dependency means it will be there in the backend, but both the levels are approved, both the users at a time. So it will be continued. So welcome. Same way, APPR6 is approved. Each level it will go in a parallel way. It's not like completely parallel. So here if I click on approve, see the next level. So whenever the last user is approving, so that time it is showing to whom it is going, approved, like this parallel.
You mean to say it will wait for the first level to complete for all the
All
line items, then only it will trigger to the next.
exactly, all the first levels has to be completed, then it has to be go to the next levels. Actually earlier they designed in a different way. Okay, so
Hmm.
again now they changed because it not worked out and lot of issues came,
Hmm.
inconsistency. So this changed now. So completely all first levels are approved, then only it will go to the second levels. I need to change little bit here. Second level parallelly. Second level, the parallel workflow will go to this guys. And all the third levels parallelly like this. Each level is approved, each levels all completed, and then it will go to the parallelly to the other levels. So that like rest all is same remains. So I hope you understand.
Yep, got it.
Okay. So now we'll see how to skip coder and requisitioner. And let's say the scenario when we want to skip coder and requisitioner. Let's say when the supplier have same supplier and same company code, I have a fixed cost object details. Then how to do that? Skip coder and requisitioner. To configure that, opt spro, go there. So we have auto coding, automated line processing. In this, auto coding data. So if I execute here, so what I need to do here, I need to maintain company code for this company code and this vendor and this vendor, and I'm just maintaining the data. Select this company code and vendor code. Okay. Select this and provide the which GL account I want to go and which cost center I want to trigger. So GL account, I need to again refer one of the document to copy the GL account. Let me copy from here. So this is the GL account and cost center is 1000, and if I click on save, that's it. So I have a fixed cost center. So this will work for only one line, guys. So one cost center. They didn't give any provision that multiple cost centers actually. But this company code, this one. So if I want to skip, so I'm fixed that cost center. So skip coder and requisitioner steps. Yes, I'm giving. So if I give like this, what will happen? So this is the first step. And next step is like we need to assign auto coding data in the document type level. So if I go here, against our DP document type, go to process type detail sequence, assign the logic to autocode. Actually, it will autocode even though we not assigned, so that they made it, but better secure purpose. Open text is always sometimes it will give, it will show like okay you didn't maintain this. Sometimes it will change. So one of the guy Abaper, he tweaked in each release some code he tweaked means some new issue comes. Instead of that, better to keep this function module, so it is auto coding function module. So what I'll do now, I'll just go to, so I've just informed the system that maintained whenever this company code and this vendor code go to this particular means auto populate the cost object details. J1 238 copy from, so here, oh, it's not 238, it's 838. So here in down, I'll change the all the, I'll delete all these data. So 11, click on submit. So 839 is created. So click on VA2. Now you see here, see it is automatically skipped coder and requester step. It went to approver one. And if I go to the item level, so I can see the cost center and GL account and the cost center is populated. So if I go right side, so the cost center is populated. So it will goes on, then again it will go the flow, like flow is will be continued. Flow will be continued accordingly, because here parallel workflow is work like a header level workflow because both the cost centers are same. Okay, so if same user is there, always for all the line items same approver is there. So even though you have sequential or parallel, it doesn't mean same user, it will treat as a authorizer, like all the header level workflow how it will work. So
That
you,
means Ram, sequential and parallel will be applicable in this scenario.
every scenario it is applicable. Only thing is like if you have same user, the what is the point? It will treat like a, so both the line items have same approver. Okay, so let me go to the approver one. So 839 executed. See, he is approver for both the line items because the cost center owner is this guy only. So if I click on approve, if it is a parallel or sequential or header level workflow, if same approver is there, so it will go to only minimal levels based on the amount limit. You are getting?
If cost center will be different, then in that
Then it
case,
will follow like what we tested. You saw, right? If the cost center is different,
means in that case, or coder and requester, that auto coding we cannot apply because in that area one line item can add only, right?
no, 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 no. See, auto coding, if you have multiple line items, see, auto coding concept is like for this particular company code and supplier, we are fixing the cost object details. If you have 100 line items also, same cost center and same GL account will be populated. That is a major auto coding
If
functionality of it.
different, if different cost center or different GL will be there,
Then you don't adopt for that for auto coding,
yeah, okay,
right?
okay.
Yeah. So whichever vendor you have fixed cost center, then you go with auto coding. Even if you do not have fixed cost center, system will not auto populate any data. Then what will happen? It will go to coder automatically,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you are clear. So let me go to that particular mail triggering, and then we'll come back. So Hari, any questions in the approval workflow?
I'm clear.
Okay. So next, auto coding function. Sorry, like mail notification function. So here, OPT VIM 8CX50. So here, for document, whichever is the approver flow, whichever the work items which are waiting in the approval workflow, I want to send a mail notification, which is already maintained here. So more than 5 days in the inbox, then trigger the workflow. More than 2 days in the inbox, more than 1 day, like that. It is they have configured here, and here we need to change this text. So let me maintain this text. Where we will maintain SO10 transaction code. You can go here, change. So it's already there in the system. So once you maintain the text, so just to go to schedule a batch job slash opt sc38, like R1A program, reminder program. Yes, this one, you if you schedule as a batch job, so then what will happen? It will execute. Now what I'll do, I'll just make send notification. So it will automatically person to. So this all they have sent a notification where I can see in SOST transaction code, I can see who are all this mail notification is sent. It is failed due to like the mail IDs are not valid, but actual test I can see here. Text. See, hello team, please take action. Invoices available in box more than 2 days. Thanks and regards. So the data, document data, here also it is giving approve or reject thing. So when you click on approve, it will go to the, this is like web viewer. If they are mapped all those things, like it's a backend activity, their URLs and everything is same, then they can take from their mail also that action. But the thing is, this is how the mail notification will trigger to the user. If it is approval related, if it is other related, they'll get a notification. These all are approvers, right? So we don't require. So let me go to here.
But this is a reminder, no, Ram? Like, is it like in every time, suppose work item is executed from one level to two level?
Hmm.
So that time also it will able to send the notification to the respective guy. You have
See, in that case, you need to just to tweak the program. Okay, where we need to tweak is like, so you have a exit in this program. Okay, okay, I want to send whenever the approve. So it is a bad job. Okay, so it will not trigger on the spot to mail notification to them. It will not send. So if you want to do that, then you need to build a mail notification under this class. Okay, OPT. So that approval class, you need to build your own custom function module and add it in that next and AFSID level. Okay, under AFSID level, you need to tweak that program, new method, next method, whatever we have, right? So there you need to customize. So whenever a new approver comes, you send a mail notification to that guy. You build a new mail notification functionality, and you add that code inside this. That is the way which we have. If you don't want just to send a everyday reminder, or you want to make this reminder days also your own, customize that in this particular reminder program. So in the certain location, they given the exits. So here, so which are all the work items we are going to. So this is the exit which they are reading. So inside this we have a function module. So in this function module, they are given this exit where this function module is located in the SM30 user exit. So against this, go to SM30 jetconst table gconst. Under this we can see that 005 constant. So here against this, there is this function module. So this exit, you can copy and create your own. And in this level, whether I want to trigger for 5 days or 1 day, I will deciding factor, like after execution, I can take action from it. So in the configuration, you always keep at 0 or 1, so it will pick. So it's a like customizations we need to do based on the ABAP help. So here picking time itself, in this picking, so get the work items from DP. Here they given the dashboard that configuration they are reading and they're getting. So in this program only debugging and fix the code according to, or you copy this code and create your own program and fix the code like that. You
Okay.
getting? Yeah.
Yep.
This is
Yep.
the mail
Ram,
notification. Yes.
Ram, at where user can be able to see the email? SBWP.
No. He's inbox. Mail no mailbox. The SAP outside,
Oh,
it's sending. So he's inbox like your Outlook, in your
okay,
Outlook.
okay.
Yeah. So here we don't know, it will not send, right? So mail configuration again. See, live system is different thing. So basically, it will send all the communications, all those licensing, everything will be there. So you can see in the Outlook. So here we are made. See, VIM system making is a complicated thing here. No one will get the server, even this applications also outside open text. So here somehow we managed, means myself I have installed, so I'm working on this particular process, so I'm taking care of this. Usually the communications, all those things, it's a big part actually. It's a SAP part, not in Vim also. Again, okay. So we'll go to the next one. So just we'll discuss these things quickly, like what where we are seeing basic administration tasks and all. Then we'll go how to debug and all these things tomorrow, uh, and accordingly we'll continue the things. Okay, so let me go to Vim Analytics. So Vim Analytics is, you already aware, like it's old. We have like old reports at the time we are comparing. So here in Vim Analytics, whenever the DP is created, you will see all the documents first thing, and you can also see the line item data. Okay, and you can see the invoice image, you can see the history, you can see the comments which they given, and from here also you can debug why the exception is triggered, kind of thing. So tomorrow we'll discuss how to debug the exceptions. And we have high detail panel, so show detail panel, you can also see the attachments list. So against this, if you have an additional attachments, you can see from this attachments list. You can see the display dashboard. You can export entire report. So these are the things which we are every day working. So we no need to explain separately. So we have input here. So each wise you know to go through it and provide the input accordingly. You will get the output. So coming to the workflow basics, so we have certain transaction codes. So I'll take a scenario and accordingly we'll go. Let's say I,
Ram, I
yes,
have a one query. If we want to add any field in VIM Analytics reports, so how we can customize that field?
okay. So you want to add in the output.
Yeah.
So output in the sense, so we have slash opt slash spro. So it's a customizing like ABAP activity, even though like I'll show you. So in this particular class components, in Vim Analytics report, maintain customizing profile. So here default. So general profile. So these are the structures, header structure, item structure. So in this particular FM, we need to populate the data, and we have field mapping. So header view, what field you want to show in the header. So here you are going to add the field. Here see CDS views and all those things are there, which we do not require. But if you go down, further down, so normal views will come. Absolute. So process view, list view, line view, header view. Header view, if I want to add some field, I can add it. Use ABAP CDS views like this. So they're adding these fields in the header. So action buttons. So this and all okay. Let me just check. So if I go to this particular FM, so here OSC 37. So in this class, I need to add a field. So here output header fields are this. So first of all, I need to add in this structure, whichever custom field I've created, I need to add in this structure. So that custom field will be displayed in the VIM Analytics. These are the fields only it will show in VIM Analytics output. So rest all it will show. So if you want to add any custom field, first of all, you need to add in this structure and then populate the data in this particular FM. You copy this FM and create your own. And under this get data header, you need to populate that data against that field if you want to customize. But best suggestion, like you create and copy and create a function module and populate at this stage level whichever custom field you want to. So where is the configuration? Oh, close all. Cross components, whichever you want to, you can customize, but do not take a risk, I can say. If something goes wrong, then OpenText will not support. So this is a FM. Inside this, we need to change the structure first thing and write the code. And whichever copy and created G function module, you replace here. Don't change anything in the standard. You copy and create a function module, ask Ababa to do that, and ask him to change. Then it will automatically display it here. You getting?
Ram, can you show me how I can get, I can see that field in VIM Analytics?
You can see in the header level. So here, whichever field you added, so in this output you will see this output, these fields only you can customize.
No, can you execute how I can get that field?
Means you want me to run through customize?
Means, yeah, if customer has any requirement, they want to add any field in VIM Analytics report, then
This is a fields of list
how I
of
can do?
fields. Yeah, so customer have a requirement. So let me complete this. If I have a time, then I'll take it later. Okay. So let me complete all the topics, then I'll take that if I have a time. Because so it's a ABAP activity. If I tweak this system right now, so my other batches will get affected if something goes wrong. So I don't want to take a risk. If the customer have a requirement really, so we need to tweak this class, a function module basically, and we need to populate it to that. So let me do that, but I'll give you that information at last. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So best practice is like not to tweak anything here. So if something goes wrong, entire report will show dummy data. So that I faced. So and VIM is a delicate system. Sometimes what data it will show also we never know. So that is the reason I'm not touching because next, okay. So let me go to the basic administration SAP workflow. So all these things I'll just take with one example. So let's say I have a role. I'll just CP underscore 9CX4. So my role, what we created on the day, like ZAPS team. So here, let me delete these things. Or I do not have any user in inbox. and also or the user is expired. I mean to say like the date validity date is expired. So in that case, the approval, let's say workflow, how it will goes, and how to restart that workflow. What are the things basically, as you know, to restart that workflows? I'm just giving the basic things. So role error came or some other error came. If the workflow goes into red, so how do I do that? So I'm just removing company code. Okay, I'll remove the vendor code. Click on submit. Something happened. Returns an error message receipt. Okay. Let me give same data. Try to see. 842 is created, but we'll see there is a suspected duplicate. We have, right? So if I go to VIM Analytics, workflow is into, should go to error. See, the workflow went into error. Okay. So how do I check or how do I restart this work item? So to restart this work item, so workflow task. Okay. Workflow basics. Work item is in error. So how to restart? So go to SWPR trans. First of all, whenever this error comes, like this error, first always if any error comes in triggering workflows, your role is the problem, guys. Role error only. Most of the cases role error only, and a very limited case I don't see any other things also. Role user population errors only you will get most of the cases. So you always go to cp underscore 9cx4, and even though you will see the errors users, but their user validity will be expired. So that is like su01 level user is available here, but what happened, that validity of this user is expired. That logon data here, validity from validity through this is expired, or something like user is not logged into system almost 3 months or 2 months, then it will be locked. Those kind of errors only you will get. Workflow goes into error. So how do I restart that? First time I need to fix the role. First I need to come that role and fix that role with the correct users. Once I fix that role, then I need to go to, once I need to go to SWPR transaction code. SWPR transaction code. Here from date to date I need to give. Here I can see all the VIM workflows or other workflows which went in error. All those list I can see here. See, these many DP documents which are into error, and these many other workflows are in error. So all your workflows you can see here. So 842 which is there here. So what I need to do, I need to click on restart this work. So if I go back to the VIM Analytics, see the workflow is triggered. So the basic transaction code to see workflow errors is like basic transaction code to fix the workflow goes into error. So here I've given a standard documents. I just want to refer you to show the standard documents. So in the VIM standard documents, if you go to the VIM administration guide, okay, so here you can see all these scenarios like troubleshooting workflows, regular administration tasks, one by one. You can see how to set up substitute, how to set up. So each step by step they given. So this part they given properly. So reassigning SAP work item to different users. So how do I assign SWIA, and how to reassign the approval work items to different user. This is a transaction code. So whatever related to workflow issues, you can refer to this guide. It's a perfect guide. So regular administration tasks where you can see here. And if the workflow goes into error, troubleshooting, under troubleshooting you can see. And if the workflow goes into error, then how do I restart? Monitoring VIM workflows. These three topics related to workflows they given. You no need to learn, or you no need to take help of what you can say ABAP teams. You can take help. I do not say like you completely deny that, but we have everything here. So in these two topics, we have they given all the scenarios. If I go into error, workflow goes into error also, they given in this. See role error in workflow, SWI1 to see errors, and SWI2 see all this information. Okay. Okay. So these are the things. So tomorrow we'll discuss all these things with the transaction codes wise. So I'll just again a list of transactions I'll provide to you, and we'll go through the debugging, and if I post installation. So wherever our importance is more, and wherever we are working more, I'm giving more stressing on those topics. Whichever which we are less priority and which is like rarely which we are doing, so I'm just giving like on basic information and executing, guys. So and Vim Analytics editing part is like rare requirement. If you have customer more on stretching customizations more and more, then there we need to take an ABAP help. We cannot do by our own. So all these things. So it's like a additional things. So that also don't worry, but I can give you that input also. Okay, any questions up to now? Whatever we discussed on the topics,
No, I'm okay.
Anuleka.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I don't think we will complete tomorrow. So because I think it will be extended one more week for 2 hours, or we'll see how best it is going. Accordingly, we can take it. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
thank you. Yeah, we'll same time
Thank
tomorrow
you.
morning. Yeah. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.